If you have never used Seesaw before, we understand that it could be challenging to navigate to and get enrolled in your child's class. With that in mind, we created this little video to help you get going with your Chromebook and Seesaw. It might be helpful, if it's possible, to have this video playing on another device while you are working on your Chromebook simultaneously. That way you can start and stop the video as you desire as you get signed into Seesaw. So let's start at the beginning. When you first sign into your Chromebook, you will sign in using your student's WCSD account that was provided by the district. You will type your account in the box provided and then click the blue Next box in the bottom right-hand corner. After selecting G Suite account, your child's name will appear underneath the black box where it says Hi. You will then enter your student's password for the Watertown City School District account and click the blue Next box in the lower right-hand corner, and this will get you signed in to your Chromebook. Now that we are signed into our Chromebook, we need to navigate to Seesaw. So to get to Seesaw, we take our mouse and move it towards the bottom of the screen, and this will bring up our shelf. And on the shelf, we locate our Chrome icon that says Google Chrome, and we click on it, and this will open the Chrome web browser. When we're on the Chrome web browser, in the URL window at the top of the screen, we are going to type web.seesaw.me, and this will bring us to the Seesaw homepage. Once we are on the Seesaw homepage, we are going to go up here to the top right-hand corner and click Login. After we clicked Login, we are going to select I'm a student, and then we select Sign in with Google, and it's going to ask us to choose our account. So you find your student's account and you select it. And then it's going to bring you to a screen and it says you are not connected to any classes yet. Enter student code. So the student code is provided by your teacher, and I have a code provided by a kindergarten teacher, and I'm going to type that in. And this is my teacher, Mrs. Durden, over at Starbucks. So I'm going to use her code, MYJXDJJX, and I'm going to click Join Class. Success. You are now connected to Kindergarten Durden. So as soon as I click on Go to Kindergarten Durden, it's going to enroll me in her Seesaw class. Now this code is unique to only Amanda Durden's class over at Starbucks. Everyone's teacher will probably have a different code, and your teacher should have sent a text code to you in some way, shape, or form. One thing I highly recommend doing once you get into your child's Seesaw class is creating a shortcut on your shelf located at the bottom of the screen. So remember, when you take your mouse and you move it to the bottom of the screen, that little shelf pops up, and these are all shortcuts to make navigation a little bit easier. So to do that, these little three dots in the top right-hand corner, I'm going to click on those, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to More Tools, and I'm going to select Create Shortcut. And I'm going to name this Kindergarten Durden, and you see the Seesaw icon right there to the left-hand side, and I'm going to click Create. So now what this does is, once I minimize my Chrome web screen, I can hit the little circle in the lower left-hand corner. That's called your launcher. And I click on the up arrow to expand it. And I'm going to scroll through my other shortcuts and find the one that I just made for Kindergarten Durden. She's right here. And I'm going to right-click on Kindergarten Durden, and I'm going to get options. Now, if you're using a Chromebook and the touchpad, you need to hold two fingers together at the same time. Make sure the mouse is over top of the icon, and then you depress on the mouse pad for a right click. And I'm going to select Pin to Shelf, and you can see right down at the bottom of my shelf is that little icon for Kindergarten Durden. So what that does is, if I want to go to her class the next time I have my Google Chrome open, I can just pull up my shelf, click on that little icon, and it's going to bring me right to her class. You may have noticed while we were creating the shortcut in the previous segment that when I go to my app launcher, that there is also an icon that is pushed out to your child's Chromebook, and it's a Seesaw app right there, Seesaw class. So if I open this app, you're going to go through the login process again. I'm going to click I'm a student, and it says student sign in, and it's going to ask you for that text code again. So I'm going to type in MYJXDJJX, and I'm going to click go. And it's going to ask you to sign in with Google. Now, this is an app-based version. It's not the web-based version. There are minor differences. I would recommend the web-based version because you have more functionality in the web than you do with the app. Okay, so just in case you notice that in the app launcher, it is there, but they are not connected. You have to go through the sign-in process again. Hopefully this tutorial got you signed into your student's Chromebook and got you connected with your student's teacher with Seesaw. If you ever have any problems, please don't hesitate to reach out to your student's teacher through Parent Square. You can find their email address at watertowncsd.org. You can search the directory, or you can search for it by school. But I also wanted to bring you to the watertowncsd.org homepage, because as you scroll down the homepage, you have not only important announcements, but you also have Parent Square. And if you have a Chromebook problem with passwords, accounts, or need a repair, this is where you're going to come and access a link to help set up an appointment so that you can get your Chromebook or student's account up and running. All right. So if you ever have any questions, please reach out to your teacher through email, through Parent Square, and we'll get your child up and running on Seesaw. Thank you.